Why would Lucifer fight for a dead body? Why would the Prince of Darkness descend from his throne just to claim a corpse? On a lonely mountain far from human eyes, heaven and hell collided in a battle that revealed something terrifying and beautiful at the same time: the absolute authority of God over Satan's every claim. The story is hidden in a single verse, just one line, Jude 1:9. A battle not fought with swords, not fought with fire, but with words. And the body at the center of it all was Moses. Moses stood on Mount Nebo at 120 years old. Yet his eyes were not dim. His strength had not failed him. He was not weak. He was not fading. He was being called home. From the peak of the mountain, God showed him everything: valleys stretching into the distance, rolling hills bathed in golden light, rivers cutting through fertile land, the promised land, flowing with milk and honey. Moses had lived 3 great seasons: the first 40 years as a prince in Pharaoh's palace, raised in power, wealth, and education, trained to rule an empire. The second 40 years in the wilderness of Midian, a forgotten shepherd tending sheep under the burning sun, hidden, broken, waiting. And the final 40 years leading Israel out of slavery, through plagues, through parted seas, through fire and cloud, receiving the law, carrying the presence of God. Now, from this mountain, God showed him the land one final time: every valley, every river, every mountain ridge, so close, yet unreachable. And then Moses breathed his last. No crowds, no ceremony, just a man and his God. There was no priest to anoint him, no Levite to prepare his body. Moses did not die like other men. Scripture tells us something astonishing. God himself came down. The Creator personally attended to his faithful servant. With tender care, the Lord lifted Moses, not in haste, not in judgment, but in honor. And God buried him in a valley in Moab, a secret location no human eye would ever find. No marker, no monument, no shrine. Deuteronomy says no one knows his burial place to this day. God hid it deliberately. Why? Because Israel had a pattern. They worshipped a golden calf. They later turned the bronze serpent into an idol. If they knew where Moses lay, they would have built altars. They would have worshipped the servant instead of the God he served. So God protected them from themselves. But there was another reason, a deeper one. Night fell over the valley. The air grew heavy. Stars glittered above Moab, but something was wrong. Darkness thickened unnaturally. The wind stilled, and then evil approached. Lucifer arrived, not with flames or horns, but cloaked in the echo of a glory he once had. He was once the light-bearer, perfect in beauty, until pride corrupted him. Where he moved, the ground trembled, animals fled, birds scattered, even creation recoiled from what he had become. Lucifer knew exactly where to go. The grave was no secret to him. He stood before the hidden burial place. To him, Moses' body was not meaningless, it was strategic. If he could claim Moses, he could corrupt the law, turn revelation into religion, condemn Israel with the very law meant to guide them. But there was more. Lucifer knew prophecy. He knew Moses was destined to appear again, with Elijah, with the Messiah, and he meant to interfere. He reached toward the sealed grave, and the air froze. Divine resistance met his hand. Suddenly, the heavens split open, light exploded into the valley, and descending from that brilliance came Michael the Archangel, the warrior prince of heaven, clothed in armor blazing like fire. He landed between Lucifer and the grave. The impact sent a shockwave through the earth. Two ancient princes now stood face to face, light and darkness, obedience and rebellion. Lucifer accused, Moses failed, he struck the rock, he belongs to death. The accusation was true, but Michael did not argue, he did not attack, he did not boast. He raised his hand and spoke only 4 words, "The Lord rebuke you." Not Michael's authority,
This grave
God's,
is mine by right.
and those words
Moses sinned,
crushed
and the law
every
demands
claim.
his soul uncontested.
Lucifer was driven back, not by strength, but by divine decree. He could not touch what God had sealed, and he fled, defeated by a sentence. The valley fell silent again. Heaven had won without violence. Michael remained standing guard, because
Behold
what
the light
God
of creation.
buries, hell
It
cannot
flows through my
steal.
words, a power eternal.
But why
and
Moses?
it shall not fade.
Joseph's bones rested peacefully.
Lord
David's
rebuke
tomb was known, yet only Moses was contested. Because Moses carried covenant, he carried glory, and he carried prophecy. And that ancient battle was not just history, it was a message. Satan still accuses, still claims, still whispers lies, but God still rebukes. If this story opened your eyes, subscribe for more Bible mysteries. The next one will shock you. God bless you.
By heaven's light, against you.
Rico is gone!